I would say.
Okay, now it's recording.
Okay. Well, we were just catching up, and
Yeah.
so I was starting to describe the process that you were engaged in connecting deeply with the people that you're staying with. And maybe I want to ask you to, could you briefly re-describe the dynamic that you were mentioning?
Uh, which part is the most interesting? Because I said a lot.
You did say a lot. I'm talking about the bit where it's like you have all of your own uh
Oh, yeah,
agendas
yeah.
or problems or shadows
Yes.
or your own life, but you also open the space for connection and intimacy and sharing and listening.
Yeah, exactly. I'm aware that I have, and I will always have some shadow aspects and some agendas and some needs, but I try to make sure that the person I'm dealing with and connecting with is not. I'm not looking at them um, as an object to fulfill those needs and those agendas. And
Hmm.
I'm I'm making sure that I'm going to I'm taking care of myself in my own way, which has nothing to do with that person. He's not there to as an object of my needs. And that leaves that space for trust and communication and relating.
Hmm.
Um, that is not like separating those two things as much as possible.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, and that allows them to be recombined as well. Like when you separate them, it allows you to bring yourself wholly and fully into relationship with the other in a way where they feel that you can be fully present with them and for them, but
Exactly.
not use them, not exploit them, not need from them.
Yeah.
Um, I would say this that you're talking about is like been one of the most challenging things for me to hold all everything that I'm carrying in a way that doesn't influence others needlessly. I would say it's really difficult what you're talking about, and it's something that I am still learning. And I feel that for me, um, like I'm learning this in real time. And so what I want to say is that like this challenge that I've been dealing with lately is the confronting the shadow within. And there's a way of, yeah, I encountered this crisis period of becoming face to face with my own darkness and needing to recognize that within myself and feeling as if I was definitely able to move forwards in integrating it and getting more familiar with it and allowing it to uh, come through me at a time of my choosing. And um, I think the trouble I run into with that is that there are two conditions. Like one is that either people feel that the shadow is held back and that there's something more, something under the surface that's not being spoken. And so they feel there's two different layers. Or sometimes if I choose to reveal the shadow, the darkness that I feel sometimes, or even darkness is a word that we describe. It's like it's just these qualities um, that are often less welcome. If I allow those qualities to be more present, then that's not always a smooth process, you know? And so there's a finding a sweet spot in the middle that I feel is difficult. It's tricky, where I need to share people enough of the wholeness of who I am that they can see that I'm not controlling myself and inhibiting myself, um, but also uh, keep myself in right relationship, keep myself caring in the right way for people. And I just feel that what you described is this dynamic of finding the right balance between pairs of opposites. Of like on the one hand this inner relationship with yourself and on the other hand this relationship with the other people. um, and I just feel that obviously this is something that I'm I'm still practicing, but it's that kind of a solution that I feel is in the direction of what everyone is looking for, and they're a kind of working toward a response to the collective crisis situation. Um, I feel like I use this example of this primordial example of stone tool making, where the oldest stone tools that we have evidence for is like 3.4 million years ago, which is long before there were humans, right?
Mhm.
And as soon as you have stone tools, then these proto-humans, they're able to go to many different environments and overhunt there. They hunt too much of the game there. And so we already get an ecological crisis from that point. And so this is like getting back to the origins of the crisis moment that we're in, which has been building and building for millions and millions of years. It's not capitalism, which is the problem. It's not even farming, which is the problem. It's really, really old. And so if we just consider that as a framing of the situation for a minute, imagine the energy of creating stone tools. It's this quality of splitting, dividing, cutting, breaking, manipulating many parts. It uses a lot of the left brain, right? It's about this creating new forms that are imagined, right? It's a very masculine quality, and it involves integration of the shadow as well to use force in that way. Um, and what I'm saying is that, like, let me give an example of how that could be a solution. It's a step forwards. If you imagine, for example, like a monkey trying to get some food out of a bone, imagine that it has a piece of bone. If it breaks the bone, then it can get the marrow, which is really nutritious.
Mhm.
But if it encounters this problem, it doesn't have a tool to use. It's like, oh, I'm stuck. I can't move forwards. There's a conflict. Well, imagine in this situation, the monkey takes the problem within itself. It introverts or introjects the problem. This conflict is taken within, and this opposites between wanting and not being able to have. In this case, they're held within. And so the monkey is dwelling on the problem, sitting with the problem for some time, and when this happens, there is a symbol or image or insight which emerges, which can serve as a creative solution. So the monkey has an idea. It's like, oh, I understand, I get it. And it appears as an image, it appears as a symbol. And when the monkey has this idea, it picks up the stone. It starts to use a tool, and it can break the bone, and it can move forwards into life. It can move onwards. It can progress. Um, can see from this example that this is a way for life to move forwards. It's a progressive solution to a previous condition.
Yeah.
But we can also see that it creates an imbalance. It creates an imbalance because these stone tools, they bring all these qualities that we've described. It's this excessive splitting into many. It's the use of force. It's the creating of a new tool. It's the and I have a whole video where I go into this long list of what these qualities are. But the idea here is to invoke the same process that I just described to come up with a solution, which is the all of the opposing qualities to rebalance the situation. So it's an example of the same process, but that has a different result. This could create a better balance. So, for example, we're looking for something which has the energy of healing, mending, reconciling, recombining, synthesizing. And it's not about creating new forms, creating new tools. It's about being more aware with what is already here, the forms which already exist. It's
Mm-hmm.
not about it's not about creating, it's about receiving. It's not about doing, it's more about being. It's not about inventing, it's more about uncovering, unveiling what is already here.
Yeah.
Um, this kind of
Yeah.
energy. See
And
how it's like completely different?
it
It,
is. It is different. But in paradoxically, in the process, we are uncovering, creating new tools
yeah.
to do this. You know,
Well, I
we
think
are thinking
they
of
might be new,
new.
they might be very old. They might be very old, forgotten tools.
Yeah, they're new for us.
Yes.
You know, they're new for us, or they're completely new. It's just we are creating new technologies here in order
Yeah.
to do that.
Mm.
It's and I think. Um, I agree with you that with every technology that humanity discovered and created, we gave ourselves this advantage, uh, unnatural advantage,
Yeah,
and messed with the balance. But
yeah,
it doesn't necessarily always lead to an imbalance
mm,
because sometimes it's coupled with some kind of uh,
yes, yes,
moral ideology, even very basic moral ideologies, like in animism,
yeah,
which is the original religion of all people,
mm-hmm,
where
mm-hmm,
we acknowledge the sacredness of existence.
mm-hmm,
And just as people have a spirit and is sacred, just so the same as an animal and not and geographical or geological places and there's this stewardship where because we have this ability, because we have this power, then we have responsibilities as well,
mm-hmm,
and we can't just do whatever we want. And there I've seen evidence of different tribes in different places that were not overhunting, that were hunting exactly what they needed, and they were not impacting the environment in a detrimental way.
mm-hmm,
While at the same time, other places didn't. So
mm-hmm.
we have the capacity even in our most natural state to with the power to also come up uh, with rules connected to it, which mitigate the damage.
Yeah, they restrain, they bind.
Restrain, yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
To restrain
yeah,
yourself.
yeah. Restraint is like this. It's this like core component of wisdom, which is something that I need to learn definitely.
And
I think
where does it come from? Where do you think the restraint comes from? How do we come up with the fact that some external things in the world require us to restrain ourselves? How do we know that?
I think it comes from the perception, like the understanding of our frailty, the understanding of our limitation. Like when we can observe the finite nature of our being, how limited, how flawed we are. I think the observance of that drops us into a humility and a dignity, of which the natural result is restraint,
I
where lack
think
of
I think
restraint is like
there is
cancer.
something more basic. It's
Okay.
I think it's a relationship to that thing, to the external thing. Because if you if you have a relationship to something, you kind of you give it the individuality, a personality. This is the animism. You give it a spirit. You acknowledge that
Mm-hmm.
it has a spirit, just like you, and therefore you put value on it. It becomes valuable, uh, not just as in terms of what it can you can get out of it, but in itself, an intrinsic value. So for me, the
Yeah.
personally, like the psychological transition from being kind of more callous with nature, with like not caring about some small bug or something like that, to becoming much more conscious of that, is that's how it feels to me. Because when now eventually when I look uh, at a plant or at an animal at this point, uh, it's not like this restraint that is like, no, it's right or wrong. It's more like I feel that that thing, that creature is I'm having some kind of relations with him. I'm having some kind of communications, not even communication, just acknowledging
Connection. Yeah.
connection. Yeah, yeah, I'm having some kind of connection with him, and I'm kind of humanizing them. I'm looking at this bug and I'm thinking, it has some capacity to feel. I'm like communicating with them, like I'm noticing them, they're noticing me. We're coming into this contact, and that makes them valuable. That gives them this internal value for me. So I think, and as from what I saw, like what I heard in tribal um, archetypes, um, they would still hunt, and they would still kill, and they would still modify the environment, but they understand that they're coming. This is part of a relationship, a two-sided relationship with those creatures, that has to come with respect and with establishing some basis that I'm going to take, but I'm also going to give. I'm going to do that with respect. I'm going to do it in a more ritual, more conscious way, and not just like take everything and forget about it.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot here already. I mean, this is why the call is for um, ecologies of practices, not just new techne. We need like new epistemologies. We need new techne. We need new technologies, right? We need new uh, practices that involve noticing, deeper presence,
Yeah.
which has to do with the Greek term noesis. This is like contemplation and meditation, these sort of practices. This is not new technology. This is not new
Yeah,
techne,
this
not
is
new
very old.
tools.
This is very old stuff.
Yes. And also deeper participation. Like I'm talking about getting in deeper contact with what's real. It's about deeper attunement to life itself. And so this is like that's a stack that can describe different criteria or kinds of practices that we take into a kind of ecology of practices, a kind of flywheel dynamic where with a community of practitioners with the right worldview, this is the kind of situation or context within which the uh, catalytic community can be created. So we talk about running new codes, like giving new software to humanity to make it through this moment of transition. And I totally agree with you. It does look like exapting or recovering, remembering indigenous wisdom philosophies. Like it's this philosophy of restraint, this philosophy of binding to the whole and acknowledging that everything has a value in and of itself beyond our capacity to use it.
Hmm.
And so I think, I mean, there's a lot here. I want to say there's something where we have to be able to solve the multipolar trap problems, where if there's another tribe that's like mistreating everything, even if we treat everything in the right way, then we get outcompeted in a certain way. So it involves like, how do we, it's not just one tribe, it's about all humanity. And uh, it's about being able to bring anything into right relationship. Because there's a way that, yes, it does involve this animism and treating everything around us as a living, in its living and animated form, as if it has its own integrity. But I also notice that it's the human shadow which is playing such havoc. It's our own shadows which are creating the conflict and violence and separateness between people and driving people apart, including in myself.
Yeah.
And that's why it's this, can we create these containers, these ritual ceremonial containers, where we can hold some of these tensions and oppositionalities that are the most difficult? Because it's when we can sit with these difficulties, when we can sit with the conflict and just hold it and just be with it, just dwell with it, then it can be alchemized, then it can be transmuted, then it can be turned from darkness into light in some way. And that doesn't involve, like what I'm talking about is right integration of the shadow, where instead of projecting the shadow onto other people, instead of externalizing it, and saying, oh, that person over there is the problem. Or we could also project it onto God, and that gives a Gnostic mythology of like, oh, God is a tyrant. The evil is outside us. This is not the right solution. The solution is to take the recognition of the shadow within ourselves, but then choose not to create from that. And that's really
Yeah.
hard. It's a really hard skill because it involves the capacity to hold that conflict within and to integrate the shadow and be able to employ it in the right way, that doesn't drive people apart. And this is a really, for me, this is a critical skill in this, uh, yeah, wisdom ecology about which we're speaking. Um,
Yeah, I think it's a gradual process. First we notice it. We start talking about it. We start pointing towards it and uncovering it, and then we compartmentalize it. We find an internal box in which we can hold it. Uh, and we create this parameter, and then we start, as you said, creating from the rest of, not from there. We know that this is it's contained here. We are aware of it, and we are creating and communicating from not that, from whatever
yeah.
else is there, and
Hmm.
gradually it creates those like um, boundaries
Mm.
inside all those different parts, so we can more consciously behave and create. Yeah,
Yeah. And even boundaries in time. It's like choosing the right time for things, which is something that I keep messing up as well. It's like this quality where if we create the right time and space in a container, then we can allow those energies to be present. We can hold space for that at the right time so
exactly.
that
Yeah,
they don't show up the rest of the time. Yeah.
that's a really good point, because people uh right now in society, they don't have an outlet for
Yeah.
many things, so it seeps into everything. There is no space for them to express it.
Yeah.
So that's a great point in thinking how to form the container, and the practice is designating time for expressing all the different things
Yes.
and releasing the
Ritual,
tension.
yes, drama. This is why I talk about psychodrama,
Yeah,
and this not just family constellations, but quantum constellations, being able to allow these energies to be present, shadow work. This is creating these ritual containers to do that kind of work, to express in a safe context.
yeah,
I think it's only when we can absorb the shadow in that way, take it within us, and then express it safely. That's what allows us to relate in a right relationship with everything else. So Martin Buber talked about this I-thou relationship, relating with the other in a when it has its own value, as a thou, as its own subject, as its own being. This is the quality of right relationship that you're speaking about. It's like when we create these ritual containers for shadow work and expression of everything within us, which is dark, we say darkness, then we can, in the rest of our life, relate with the other in a way where we can connect with the other, right? So when we can connect with the other within ourselves, then we can connect with the other safely and healthily in the rest of life. So I would say, for example, this is about like I would put in four categories. It's this we're talking here about the relationship, the duality, the polarity between self and other, which and where the other is often projected as the evildoer, the stranger, the loner, this kind of a figure. When we can relate with this quality within ourselves, then we get benefits in our relationship with nature, in our relationship with the tribe, and in our relationship with God also. So when we can metabolize this in our relation with ourselves, when we take the evil within ourselves and transmute it and express it in safe contexts that we've agreed are safe contexts for that, then we get this right relationship, this animistic way of relating with nature, and we can relate healthily with the other in other people as well, interpersonally, excuse me, and also with God as well. We can see the otherness in God, but relate to it in a way which is rightfully humbling rather than horrifying. This is a very important quality. Um,
yeah, yeah. But we need to remember that this process is gradual. So
yeah.
it's impossible and not practical to try to make a person jump from where they are to to where we want them to go. We have to acknowledge where they are, and we need to do it stage by stage.
Well, I've learned that the
We need
hard
to
way too.
move them there stage by stage. If we try to just push them there, it doesn't work. Uh,
No.
so it needs to be structured in a very gradual way, where we go through different stages, and that's pretty complicated. Something we need to think about, how to
Yeah.
structure the different stages and how they. I'm feeling like, so you remember the Osho meditation, the 3 hours Osho meditation, where they go through all the different emotions. So that's a very somatic level,
Hmm.
but and it's a very deep and very like um, yeah, it's a deeper level, but there it's not everything. So there are levels that come after, which are more connected to the mind, more connected to communication, to logic. And I'm thinking we will need to break this process into different levels, going from this just, how would you call that? Um,
Can I?
yes, please.
Well, I would say rather than like I don't want to introduce if we introduce hierarchy, then we get triangles. And we want to be able to work with triangles, but we want to also be able to work with network designs and circles, which are interconnected circles. And we want to be able to overlay triangles and circles, modernism and postmodernism atop each other to be able to work with uh, hierarchical arrangements, but also equality and service to the community. This kind of a model at the same time. So what I'm talking about here is instead of levels, I want to talk about different kinds of practices where we have some practices that involve right understanding. So like this is from Buddhism, right? It's like we have the mind. How do we employ the mind in the right way? And you're talking with Osho Dynamic, it's about like, can we get the emotional work done? Can we do some somatic work also to open
Yeah.
up those layers? And we have the practices for that. But we also have the practices that are more for the mind, right? We have other kinds of practices that involve artistic capacities. And we
Yes.
want to be able to have this whole ecology of practices that involves different kinds of skills, that involves different kinds of faculties.
Yes.
Because what we're ultimately shooting for here is reverse engineering enlightenment. We're talking about designing a new kind of human being, using a new software to create more wisdom within groups, to create a way of life for and with people where the baseline state of group flow is much higher. The coherence of the synergetic field is much higher than it normally is. Because there's, again, I would say this feedback loop between participation in the collective and individuation or development of the individual, excuse me.
Yeah.
And so this is why I talked about this like it's about direct experience. It's about being here. It's about being more connected with reality. So it's not about feelings, although they can contribute. It's not about our different parts within us, although we want to make sure we have them organized in the right way, I guess. It's not about thinking different ideas, although we have some ideas that we're able to contribute, right? It's not about the symbols that we create. It's not about the art that we make, but these are also important parts of the process. So everything fits in, everything plays a role, but it's also about getting everything into right relationship with all the other parts
Yeah,
so
this is
that
what
each
I'm
part
saying.
is not a problem. Yeah, so that each part does not become an obstacle, so that each part can be transparent and
Yeah,
allow deeper levels of being to flow through, I
I
would
agree.
say.
This is what I meant by levels. Uh,
Mm,
why I'm saying levels, because some of them are more subconscious, like the
hmm
emotional somatic part. Some of it is totally unconscious. It's all in the body, and then
hmm
going into the conscious, into the mind, into logic, into rational thinking and language and communication, all of that. We want to touch on all of them
hmm
in a certain play on them, like instruments,
hmm
uh, and to create that symphony. That's the complicated part, is to see
Yeah,
how those in which order and in which time, what
yeah,
comes first, what comes after, how we combine all of those things together into
yeah.
one experience.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I think the idea is to start with simplicity. Start with everything that is small and simple and humble and modest, and not try to, like, we need to learn how to walk before we can run. Like, it's about serving in community. It's about making food with people. It's about working with the land, understanding what people's problems are, using circling, using authentic relating to connect with people, not
Yeah,
trying to
but you're
go
talking
anywhere
about community
complicated.
now.
Yeah.
I'm talking about a container. I'm talking about a program.
Yeah. Yeah.
I
Okay.
meant,
Yeah.
yeah. Community is
Yeah.
a
Well,
different story. In community, it comes much more naturally because
mhm,
there are functions, so many different functions to do in a community, so it naturally aligns everything.
mhm,
It's a much more flowing process. But we
mhm,
want to simulate. I think I was talking about simulating that
mhm.
in a short period of time of either a week retreat or a few meetings and so on. So
Yep.
how do we make a simulation of that? That's the thing.
Yeah. 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 Well, definitely we can try and do some experiments. I think the idea is to introduce enough of this so that people get a sense of the scope and it has some depth to it, but not go too far, not do too much at once. Just give people a sense of what the flavor of this kind of work can be without going too far. I think this is important.
But
Um,
we do want to have breakthroughs, right?
Yeah, we do.
Yeah.
But I trust that when we're using the right tools, the breakthroughs definitely come. We don't have to seek for them. It's much more, to me, the importance is about integration and about keeping the right forms, keeping honoring the container, and keeping everything in a coherent flow. And I'm not lacking for powerful tools and powerful energies to bring into the space for us to work with. I think this is the easy part. It's not about finding the answer. It's about coping with it. It's about dealing with it. It's about how we fit it in to the right forms.
But
I
also, yes, I agree. We have a bunch of tools we can choose from. Uh,
yes,
but the a little bit more complicated is how we sequence them.
yeah,
How they all create one program. How
yes,
they all interact in which order they come, what's the relation between them. That's where we need to think. But we
hmm
can start from I when every time that I was thinking about how to start this, I was thinking to put on the table the most powerful, the most transformational tools we know of, and that we can practice,
hmm
and then thinking how to combine them in what order and how and all of that. Like
Yeah. I mean,
throw on it all the most powerful stuff. They really like go to the how would I say it? Not hold back. Just put all the best stuff there, and then see how we can connect it all. What do you think?
yeah, I mean, I have the energy here of restraint and wisdom. And so, again, I want to emphasize that we have no shortage of powerful tools that we can feel. I think the first thing is to feel if and when is the right moment for them.
Yeah.
And so the thing here is we want practice working in these containers, right? And we want to give people a sense of deep connection, but not in the wrong kind of energy. Because people have so much complexity in them, and there's so much that people are already carrying, that as soon as they find the right container to let even a little bit of this out, it can very quickly become a torrent. It can very quickly become a flood. So I want to work with the tools that can show people that there is some depth here, that we can work with some depth. But I think that again, maybe one way to work it is with levels, right? Where we could work with levels of initiation. It's like we don't want to create all the most powerful tools being the most obvious and being at the forefront, right? We want to reserve the most powerful tools if and when they're called for, if and when there's space for them. But we need to get some experience and some practice in feeling what kind of container, what kind of arrangement of people, and which kind of facilitators also can actually cope with that and handle it. And so, yeah, I have some more thoughts about this, but I think I have yes, I have a strong sense that it's important to be able to convey that we're working with depths to people, but also to work within our limits and capabilities and make sure that we keep grounded in our honesty and our humility and our modesty, I would say. And start small because we can really go far. But I want the first step to be about building collaborative relationships with other people so that we can build different kinds of work into this. I'm not lacking for depth. What I'm lacking for at the moment is breadth, connecting in different places and with different kinds of people. I want to be able to show people the most valuable kinds of work that are available. That doesn't necessarily mean the deepest kinds of work because it takes really special people. Only a unique bunch are really suited to do the deepest work that's available. It's partly about making more people aware of this whole field so that the people can self-select. Because some people are going to be in the team of teams. Some people are going to be in the catalytic community that I speak of, where they get it and they want to go to as deep as they can go. So that's definitely there. I'm not saying that's unimportant. It's actually the most centrally important thing. This is why you're focusing on it, right? But we don't want to be taking that to everyone. We don't want to be putting all the pearls straight onto the sidewalk. We want to be,
Yeah.
yeah, giving people a taste of this, right? And if they get the right taste, then they will come further and they will investigate further, and then we can use deeper tools.
Okay,
Yeah.
I have a suggestion then.
Okay.
What if we make in-depth evaluation in advance of all the people in the container, and then we build we kind of customize it. We come with a certain framework, and then we
Hmm.
customize it using AI to help
Hmm.
us to fit with this with all the specific people, and
Hmm.
maybe even predict a sort of a dynamic that can
Hmm.
come out of it, and that we want to come out of it. That would take it to a whole new level of sophistication.
It would. I
Yeah.
think to me, this level of it is still not the initial step. I think it's an important step, and I think that can create that's like a multiplier effect, is what I'm hearing. It will multiply the uh something which is already there. I think there's definitely space for um having some sort of individual reading, whether we use human design or whether we use Big Five personality, this AI based individual stories to deepen people into their own experience of being who they are. I think this is extremely valuable. Um,
We could use
uh,
my assessment tool.
we can. Do you mind if
That's,
we stop the recording for a while?
yeah.
Is
Why
that
you feel
okay? Thank you.
pressure?
Yeah, should be able. Yeah, nice one. Okay, so let's start with what
I
we were
don't know.
talking
I
about. So,
just to say, I never figure out how to do the transcript. I don't know how to do it. Do you know how
I
to
have
do it?
tools for that. We can take the YouTube video and then extract a transcript afterwards. No problem.
I wasn't even
Um,
thinking about YouTube, but okay.
I can also
Um,
point us to the right software. It's Fathom, this tool.
okay.
I'll find it while we're speaking.
Okay.
But yeah, talk us through the
I'll send you
beginning.
the recording.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Perfect.
So first is embodiment. That's practices from Tantra, from
Hmm.
body work, massage, um, movement,
Hmm.
dance, and
You want to elaborate on movement? What kind of movement?
yeah, I don't think yoga. I
Okay.
don't think yoga is
There's
relevant.
yoga in all these places anyway.
It's yeah, like for so let's just make sure we're on the same page. What are we talking about right now? We're talking about our program that we want to create, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So I don't think that massage therapy is exactly that.
Okay.
It's not about doing therapeutic massage. It's
Okay.
not that. It's about connection. It's about
Okay.
embodiment. So yeah, so through tantra, It's the what did they call it? Um,
Tantra from the heart.
no, not Tantra from the Heart. Um, Wait 1 second.
Yeah.
What did they call it? Um, uh, wow, they had a name. They had a specific name. Uh, Biodevelopment. Right.
Ah, yes.
Yes. No, this is the Tantra stuff.
Okay, yeah.
This
Yep.
is the Tantric
Tantra.
stuff.
Yep.
Biodevelopment. And
So what I can do, I still have membership at Summer Karuna. I can go to Summer Karuna for a couple of weeks with Anna and do work with her and basically recover all of these skills that I'm then able to share.
yeah, I also have membership in Santa Carona. I wish I could be there.
Mm.
I think after what I did there, I have membership. I need to have membership for life.
Yeah, me too. Oh, I do. I do.
You do because you paid for a course?
Yeah.
Yeah, I just painted a lot. Um, anyway, so Tantra biodevelopment, um, movement, dance, improvisation. Uh, Good.
Oh,
Second,
Osho Dynamic,
yeah,
or is that somewhere else?
yeah, it's here. Yeah, yeah.
Yep. And let's do it like this. Yep. Anything else in embodiment is you want breath work to be an embodiment or you want it to be
No, I
separate?
want breathwork to be number two
Yep.
because
And
it's
so
alone.
here there's a bunch of tools. Partner breath work. Um, we could say what
This
else?
the how we call it circular like what do you call it circular breathing. When you breathe
Yeah.
with your abdomen.
So this is about technique.
Yeah, just for me, this is the basic technique that I use still for everything. Is this thing?
Yeah.
How do you
Yeah,
call
yeah.
it?
Conscious connected breathing or circular breathing. Yeah.
Circular breathing. That's how I know it. Circular breathing. Exactly.
Do you want to talk about we could do Wim Hof?
It's the same. I think it's the same category. I
It's
think it's
not,
the
it's
same.
slightly
No,
different.
no, it's slightly different, but it's still it's this. It's like
No, it's I could go into it. It's not quite the same. It's like there's a specific exercise where in a Wim Hof session we do 30 breaths in and out all the way, and then we hold the inhale and then hold the exhale.
this is
And
exactly
then
what I do. This is what I practice.
okay, that's Wim
This is
Hof.
what I'm talking about. This is my favorite.
Okay.
Yeah. This is how and but by the way, it's not just Wim Hof. It's practiced
Okay.
in Kundalini yoga. It's practiced in
I
circle.
see.
It's a very common thing in all those practices is when you
Okay.
when you do
I
the,
see. I
the
see.
relatively fast breath work for around a minute, then you
Hmm.
hold your breath for as long as possible, and then relax and do it again. This is how I prepare for ice bath. This is the
Hmm.
most useful method I found.
You want to talk about ice bath or no? I mean, it's about whether that's available. Essentially, I can run the ice bath and breathwork sessions with Wim Hof. Wim Hof, this what you're talking about is exactly. It's great for preparing for ice bath.
And
Exactly. I know how
it's
to
great. It's
facilitate
great
that.
also for going deeper in meditation as well.
Yes. Yes. Agree.
Yeah. So
Is there anything else? And when I'm at Kopangan, I can remember any of the techniques. I can like write them down. I can write a whole list of everything that they use.
yes.
Essentially, steal everything from Samakaruna.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Definitely.
Um,
Steal everything from them.
well, is there anything else that we can think of here in these categories? Either embodiment for connection.
No, I
We
think
have
that's it.
tantra by development. That's enough, right? Osho
Yeah.
dynamic and movement, dance, improvisation work.
Yeah.
That can give me some ideas as well for that.
It's those are just the big the categories. Inside of it, you have so many different things you can do.
Yes. Okay. So in
So
breath work,
I
we're
think this
doing
is it.
talking about rebirthing breath work as well. We're doing rebirthing breath work sessions. That's Anna and I.
Yeah,
You can definitely help us with that too. And that can involve partner work. That can be really great, like 2 sessions, and then you get to sit and facilitate. I mean,
yeah.
sit and breathe.
Mm-hmm.
And that can also involve I want to say tools for artistic work
What's this?
or soul work. So, like for example, when we do the breathwork sessions, can we do like art for integration? There's a whole book that I have on
Oh
this.
yeah, they
It's
did
in
that
my
in
suitcase.
Samakaruna. I did it.
Yeah.
I did it with Leoni.
So mandala drawing.
Yeah, great.
Um, yeah, sacred geometry is fits in
Uh,
here.
so we can use the this one tools for artistic work in between everything
Yes.
as part of let's put it like this. Let's make it not three. Let's make it
Hmm.
another category. Let's make it integration tools.
Yep. Yep.
Just a completely new different category because it's not in order. We're going to use it constantly in between things where it fits for integration, all those things.
Yep.
Yeah, perfect. And the artistic work is really is great because it allows that everything else to rest
Hmm.
and for the creative parts to work, and that's a very relieving thing. That's a really
Hmm.
like pouring cold water on everything. It's
Yes.
really good. Yeah,
Um, I can get as well. Like I have like references for all of this. So like I have as much literature and books as we want to back all of this up.
I bet you have everything. I know.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I do. I want to do circling and authentic relating.
Yes.
We can decide where to put it.
I think yeah.
Obvious category though.
Breath, okay, embodiment for connection. Okay, body, breath, and then what comes next? Um, so that body, breath, then connection, or
It's kind of all the way through, right? I mean, this is the thing
is
is
there
that
another?
it's
Is
all
there
about
another
connection.
thing?
Category. Yeah,
Yeah.
meditation and contemplation.
Would
And
that
so
maybe go into the integration tools,
um,
you think?
it depends what we're trying to achieve. So because like all of this breath work and the breath work stuff, it's about so imagine like I'm talking like with meditation and contemplation, I'm talking about uh like for example, eye gazing practice. Do you remember I was doing sessions of the mind, that card game? This kind of a thing can fit in quite well as but also with yeah, meditation and contemplation work is about going deep within one's own experience. But it can also be about like, for example, I have this. We take quotes from the Tao Te Ching or from Plato or whoever, and we contemplate on the meaning of this. And this can be a very deep practice if it's done in the right way.
Hmm.
Um,
Yeah, if you say so.
this is about yeah, developing the
This
mind like a
one
wisdom gem.
sounds to me a little bit not as strong as the others.
Yeah, I agree. It depends what we're trying to achieve and w where it can fit in and be
Yeah.
important. It's not the most flashy one, but in terms of like long-term development, it's like a gym for the mind.
But also I'm thinking, do we really want to bring up specific ideologies, specific
No, no,
it's
no.
not so much. I feel like we're working with more with deeper levels than that, than with the logic and all of that. Even in the circling and authentic relating, it's not that. It's a deeper layer than that.
I guess one way of doing this is to, for example, do contemplation practices, but about a symbol or about an archetype or about an object. It doesn't have to involve ideology. It can Um, like for example, when we talk about circling, it can be like a group dynamic, like flowing between many people, or it can be focused on one person.
Yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
have this for example, this dialectic into dialogos practice is like part of what you were seeing with those people. Is this it's this yeah, philosophical practice that is focused on a virtue. They're focused on justice or courage or something like this. But it doesn't have to be about a word or an ideology. It can be about a symbol. It can be about the tree of life, or it can be about Shiva, or it can be about the philosopher's stone, or something like that. And it's about being with whatever comes up for everyone.
I don't
And
know.
it's
I
it's a
don't
it's
like it. I don't
more
like it.
it's more co-created. It's more co-creative.
I don't
Um,
like it. I believe in show, not tell. I think people have been told enough. I think we want to clear their minds from preconceptions and new conceptions. I think that from whatever emerges from the group dynamic, this is what we should be discussing, and this is what we should be
yes,
looking at
totally,
as a
totally. That's what
symbol.
I mean.
And
That's what
not
I mean.
and even not even like, okay, so whatever comes up within us, people come with baggage, right? They come with
Yep.
intellectual baggage, with all the sorts of baggage. So naturally, and different symbols, they bring the symbols. They bring the
Yes.
symbols to the table. We don't have to
Yes.
introduce anything like that. What we can do
Totally.
is deconstruct what they bring,
Uh-huh.
whatever naturally. So one person would have at some point, let's say for example, something will come out from their culture, from their religion, from their whatever it is that will be brought up. So we can use that as a way to show the sim how to play with symbolic thinking. So
Hmm.
instead of looking at that as an object, we're going to look at it as a symbol. I feel like we shouldn't introduce our own philosophical stuff. We
I
should
agree.
should embody our philosophical stuff instead.
Hmm. Hmm.
It would be
Totally.
much more sophisticated.
Hmm. Um, yep, that's great. That's fine. That's all I mean. I don't mean yeah, we want a way to like it's about using the art. It's about using um the artwork that we create, whether it's like sacred geometry or like get people to draw mandalas, and then be able to because it's about this like implicit geometrical objects, right? It's about like doing improvisational work in groups that reveals the structures that are beneath us, and then being able to talk about that, being able to share about it, being able to relate with that. This is very important. I
Yeah,
can say more about
wow.
this at a different
Yes.
time.
Yes, yes, yes. I just had a realization.
Okay.
Uh, okay, so what we're doing is we're establishing now I'm talking about the structure.
Hmm.
The skeleton of this thing. We're trying to establish a collective consciousness there. So once the collective consciousness is established, we need to do something with it. We need to perform something with it. We need to bring something forth through that gate that we created. And
Hmm.
this this is where we need somebody like Anna. I think
Yep.
it's neither of our expertise is channeling. We
Yep.
we would like to, and that connects with the art as well, and with the symbolic stuff, because uh, we I would like to experiment in using that group and its collective consciousness to collectively channel something symbolic, and then
Yep.
and then
Yes.
and then to integrate that symbolic
This
thing.
is what, yes, this is what I mean by the catalytic community. It's about giving birth to God, giving birth to a new image of the divine.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
Exactly.
yeah. But it's also about being really careful to do it to honor the time, to honor the container, to honor the ritual forms, to honor the because it's we don't want to be overpowered. Because the thing is that like you're talking about poking a hole in a dam, and it's like all this flood water can come through, and it's like we want to be very careful with what we bring through. Um,
Yeah, yeah, but this is why we're going to meticulously form the whole structure to hold this, whatever comes through. And we're,
okay.
we're definitely
Yeah.
not going to be even able to do it immediately. We're going to have to get practice. We're going to do it gradually. But I'm
Hmm.
I'm I'm talking about like what we're going to do with this eventually, what we want to do with this.
Hmm.
So imagine just to think of practical things. So if we give some kind of at some point where we decide we give an assignment to the people to create something artistic, to either it's a improvisation
Hmm.
or I would move the improvisation to the uh where is the artistic stuff?
Down here, tools for integration.
Interesting. Yeah, yeah. I'm just thinking that the artistic creation is very similar to the improvisation because comes from the
Yeah.
same creative force. So that's a whole category of things that are through which people channel. So and that gets really interesting when it's in a group which has been prepared for that during this thing. So let's say each person paints something
Yeah.
and then we put all the paintings together and we
Yes.
find we find what connects all the paintings together.
Yes, exactly.
That
Yes,
would be
yes,
so
yes, yes.
interesting. And
Yes.
then we
And I
all of
was
a
already
sudden
doing
there's
this.
something
Yes.
magical can come out of like something really
Exactly. Yes. That's
supernatural could
perfect.
happen.
That's perfect. That's perfect. So how do we write that down? What's the practice for that?
I think the theme here is channeled creativity. I think that's what it is. Or maybe even group channeled creativity, collective
This
channeled
isn't,
creativity.
this is like step four, I think. This isn't integration.
It's not integration. This is step four.
How do we call this?
I would say
Um,
collective channeling, group channeling. Yeah,
yeah, let's say group channeling.
yeah.
Um, and then we have she has a quantum constellations.
Sounds so interesting.
I wonder if we could get trained in family systems or something. I'm just thinking, what else do we have? So yeah, so it's like
I think I would put here the improvisation, like yeah, collect like group improvisation and art through painting, basically. Yeah, painting. Um, what do you call it? Uh, what's the word? Like automatic painting, but it's not automatic.
yeah, yeah, automatic writing.
Yeah, yeah. But in this case, it would be like uh, what's the word? Spontaneous painting.
Yeah.
Spontaneous painting. Yeah. So
Um,
in circling and authentic relating, I can introduce my the thing I studied,
mhm.
the source code. Did I explain to you how it works?
The source code. Tell me, is this the AI tools
No,
algorithm?
no, no. It has nothing to do with AI.
Okay.
Source code is what I've been studying for the last year.
Hmm.
It's a completely new, really powerful tool. Um, you will be really like once I actually show you how it works, you're gonna be really interested. This is basically working with the linguistic code that exposes people's coping mechanisms. And so there are 12 categories, 12 coping mechanisms that are universal to all of humanity. And some of them have subcategories as well. So all in all, it's around 19. The coping styles are all acquired during childhood. So this is what it deals with. It doesn't deal with post-trauma. It doesn't deal with mental illness. It deals
Hmm.
with all of childhood trauma
Mm.
that is experienced during developmental stages.
Hmm.
There are different categories of coping styles as well, where some are self-inflicted, some are like there are a few different categories. Also, it's this is the novelty here that it creates those very clear categories that seem to be very close to, as much as it's you can never really categorize those things, they seem to be incredibly close to reality in terms of being functional. So
Mm.
in each one of those coping styles has a library of words of commonly used words and expressions, which indicate to us which coping style is that. And
Hmm.
usually they are all a person has all of the coping styles, but in different degrees. So
Hmm.
some of them are central and some of them just a little bit. So
Hmm.
how this works like this, I was just gonna explain to you this process very simply. You ask the client, the patient. So for now, it's been only tried one-on-one.
Hmm.
I believe that it can be used also for groups, but it's not been tried yet by anyone. I would like to be the first person who tries it. Uh, so one-on-one, you ask the client, you ask the patient to tell you about some problem that they have, something that triggered them, something that made them upset, uh, preferably recently. So they would say, um, my husband doesn't listen to me. I tell them how to use the washing machine, but he keeps ignoring me, and he doesn't do it right. And then I get so frustrated because it's like he doesn't see me or something like that. So as a beginner, you write down everything they say. As a more advanced practitioner, you don't have to write down. You do it more automatically in your mind. But I'm at the stage where I need to write it down. So you write down everything they say, and then you recognize all the words that I was trained to recognize. So only the charged words. They completely exclude anything concrete. So washing machine not included, husband not included. Once you have the words, all the charged words, you put them in four categories, in four tables. One is no inside. Other one is outside. Next one is ambient, and the fourth one is wish. So the inside is what the things that are attributed to the internal, what is happening in me in that. The outside is what is attributed to the external. The ambient is what is everywhere, what is like the general defining thing. And the wish is what the person wishes to become, what the person is aspiring to. And all of that can be gained from that one simple description. This way, the person just delivers to you their entire operating system code that is operating that is their code of their operating system. Then from looking at those words and through practicing that again and again and again, you learn how to recognize an energetic dynamic that is happening. And by recognizing that energetic dynamic coupled with the specific words, you can determine which coping styles are in play and in which order and in which way. This complex fusion of the different coping style. This is the real art here.
Hmm.
because sometimes you would think, oh, this is this, but no, it's actually you're projecting. Like for me personally, that was my big challenge, that I would project because I'm so empathetic. So I think, okay, how do how did I ever experience that? How can I relate to that? That's not the right way to do it, because then you can make the mistakes of projecting your own experience, which is a completely different fractal.
Hmm.
That person, you need to recognize that person's fractal and how all those coping styles work together. What you
Hmm.
get then is uh, a phrase. You get a
Hmm.
phrase
Hmm.
which uses exactly the same words that that person used, put in
Hmm.
a certain order. So it would sound something like that.
Can I
Yeah,
just to say, I think this is the sort of thing it's better if you show me in person.
yeah,
So I wanna let's use our time better because if you tell me, it won't really land with me. I need you to show me in person or
yeah. Sure.
show me in a
We'll
different
get to
way.
it. We'll
So
get
what I
to
want
it.
to do is I want to take a very small break. I just need
Hmm.
to go to the bathroom and fill my water and hang up my towel. What I want to do is I need to um, let's finalize the list. Let's come up with any practices that we can think of that we didn't include that we could also put. Then let's write a couple of paragraphs about what we're trying to achieve. What is the vision here? Like what we were saying, there's something about, oh, we would like to share this proposal with different conscious communities around the world as a proposal for a series of practices that we could run with them. I just want to expand on that a couple of paragraphs so that Ben or Anna or other people can get a sense of what we're trying to do here.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Um,
Let's finalize it. Take
I
your break and let's finalize the thing.
Okay, I also want to give you a task if I can. We need
Sure.
images. We need something visual. We need something for people to look at. Anna specifically requested this. If people have a vision board, if they have a sense of what this looks like, then they can much more easily get inspired by this. Um, uh, this is more
Yeah.
your department than my department. I have
Easy.
images that I can send through.
No,
But
no
is there
need, no need.
possibly?
We will produce it with AI. It's fine.
Okay, okay,
Yeah,
cool, cool, cool.
yeah,
Awesome. So this could be something like I want to present that with this document that we're creating now. Um,
yeah,
yeah,
yeah, yeah, yeah. And once it's finished, also send me the document, and
yep,
I will also try to add more depth to it.
yep,
And
awesome.
I'm not going to add anything to the practices. I'm going to add depth in terms of the story of what we're trying to achieve,
Uh,
because I have
you want me to send it
a lot
now?
of context, a lot of context which can be used, a lot of
Okay, this is
background.
great. Okay. I'm gonna take a couple minutes and I'll come back.
Yeah, go for it. Okay,
What's up?
good.
Let me share. Where did we get to? So this one, this one. Okay, so let's go from the top here. Maybe we're talking about do you want to call this something better than collective consciousness? Um,
I don't know right now. I can come up with something later.
Maybe we want something less pretentious than collective
Yeah, I
consciousness.
don't think that's
Describe
the right
that.
name. No, no, that's just part of
Yes.
the condition that we want to create. But
Yes.
I already had names. Where is it? Where is it? 1 second.
Did you ever do with it, Nash, the Touch Lab?
What?
They were integrating the Touch Lab. It's like massage, but partner-based massage for integration.
No.
It's like group massage. It's like if you have the right group of people, it's like a very soft version of the mush. It's like just it was amazingly powerful when we were doing these breathwork containers to get people in physical contact with each other. It was very connecting in pairs. You can do same-sex partners to make it not so spicy. It can be safe in that way. It was a very effective practice. Um,
Yeah, massage is great. I never thought about massage as integration, but I can start thinking.
it's for group bonding. It's for connecting people with each other. It's
Yeah.
yeah, it's promoting connection.
So that would go in the first cut in the first one in the body to in the beginning embodiment. Yeah, that would be really fun and easy to. It's a easy go-to thing to connect the people.
Yeah.
Is there anything here?
Um, Call and response. It's sort of like I want to talk to Anna about that. Like I want to get Anna's input on this also. She will have some great practices for we might have a new category which is like practices for improvisation and spontaneity. Singing. We were doing that with Anna. It was also deeply aligning and realigning. It was like, again, afterwards, it was like we were singing and dancing together. She was amazing at this. She just felt what was required all at the right time. We were doing automatic writing and dancing and singing and artwork. It was amazing uh, what she was able to create. One thing, oh, to help with those group artwork things you were talking about, it was like she would get us each to paint something, and then we would go to somewhere in the room where we resonated with a painting, and then we would say a word or a sentence that came up about it. And we would all say that, and we felt so connected with each other.
Yeah, anyway, we'll polish everything after. Uh the name, the everything and the description. It's okay.
So, do you want to put more practices or do you want to pivot to writing some kind of vision?
Yeah, let's focus on the vision. I think we have enough for now.
Okay. Um, what are we trying to achieve?
Group coherence, coherence field, collective coherence field.
So we aim to consistently raise the baseline of group coherence.
Yes. Um, we do it. So yeah, we can start with the addressing the issue, the problem that we're trying to solve
Hmm.
here.
Yep. Should we put that
It's
first?
yeah, it's again, it comes down to separation, to
Yeah.
fracturing, the fracturing in
Yes.
society, and that the lack of spaces for people to practice and learn and be guided in um, in the skills or an experience of connecting deeply with others.
I'm
Um,
gonna say connecting deeply.
yeah. So this creates a deep pain in society and loneliness. Um, and it basically people's unresolved psychological trauma is preventing them from establishing intimacy with others, and also uh, um, it it is ruining productivity. It's not conducive to productivity as well. It's not only, yeah, like it's good to mention that it's not just for relationship, not just like for romantic or a relationship or anything like that. It's also about working relationships of any kind where you want to create anything whatsoever with other people. The big problem is the unresolved shadow aspects of all the participants being triggered through their connection with others, and then there are no there is no accepted way, there is no common way to address that, and and people kind of try to uh, improvise some way and use the existing structures to hold it together, but until the underlying psychological uh, triggers are not met, the productivity of that group is going to suffer, and in many cases eventually break down.
Wait, let's pause there.
The repressed is really important because they are repressed. Yes.
Um, so so there's a lack of supportive spaces for people to practice, learn, and be guided in the skills and experience of connecting deeply with self, with other, with nature, with the sacred.
Purpose.
yes, within society, which results in a sense of meaninglessness, including lack of purpose, coherence, and um, significance in people's lives.
Yeah, yeah, good. Yeah.
People have few opportunities for shared experiences of inspiration, deep connection, and cathartic release of repressed material.
Yeah,
Um,
good.
is that enough of the problem? So,
No, the second
yeah,
part of the problem is about service. So the a lot of their um, the illusion in their life, the lack of direction in their life, because they are so segregated from others. So their whole they are like this closed loop, this thing that kind of eats itself.
yes,
Because there it's all self-serving. It's all about me, or it's all about kind of self-sacrifice or self-service. It's all the same kind of. It's this closed loop. So the energy cannot flow, and it cannot enter, and it cannot really flow out. There is this imbalance because it doesn't people's calculation in life doesn't include um, their the way everything is connected to everything. This is an illusion. It always is connected to everything, but this illusion is what's severing people's um, psychological attunement to that fact. So basically, what I'm trying to say here is this um, separates people from meaning, and meaning is truly only found through service, because it has to be in context. Um, so through this practice, through all those practices, the ecology of practices, we want to create a simulation of community.
can't say simulation of community,
Mhm.
unfortunately. Can't because it sounds artificial. Sorry. Maybe I should be more chill vision. Yeah, so there's an absence of space for people to practice, learn, and be guided in the skills and experience of connecting deeply with self, other, tribe, nature, the sacred. This creates a deep pain within people and within society, which results in a sense of meaninglessness, including lack
Loneliness.
of purpose, coherence. Yeah. Um,
I would say loneliness is the main thing.
yes. Sense of meaninglessness and a loneliness epidemic, including, hang on. People have few opportunities for shared experiences of inspiration, deep connection, and cathartic release of repressed material. People are isolated and atomized, cut off from opportunities for service, trapped in a uh for for compassionate service. I don't know. Trying to like, what's the energy of service
It's not
that's
compassionate
used for
service. It's
generosity?
it's the service is this cyclical thing
Hmm.
where you are allowing to be you're receiving it and you are giving it. It's
Hmm.
like being part a chain in this a link in the chain. It's the greater context of
Hmm.
of things. It's where when you see that you are connected, something connects to you and you connect to something and it goes both ways. It's this thing. It's this sense of belonging. Um, the sense of belonging.
Yeah, so people are atomized and isolated, cut off from opportunities of reciprocal service,
Yeah,
trapped in a cyclical closed loop of self-management, self-concern, and self-destruction.
yeah,
This
yeah,
this cuts
exactly.
people off from experiences of deeper meaning and belonging,
Yeah, exactly.
which can be creating a sense of homelessness,
And
which
hope,
can be recovered.
a lot of hopelessness.
Yeah, hopelessness, creating a sense of homelessness, lack of hope, creating a sense of homelessness and despair.
Yeah,
And no, hang on, and I'm going to say lack of hope, which can be recovered through service and recovered through intentional practice and service in the community context.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Is there anything
So,
that we're missing there?
it's good for now. It's good.
Yeah.
So, so this whole thing is in order to produce a simulation of community.
Oh, the,
You can do it next.
there is also a breakdown of trust and fracturing and in relationships where fracturing in relationships where people are unsure how to people don't know how to relate with authenticity and honesty.
Vulnerability.
Yes, with
There's also something to be said about intimacy.
maturity.
So yeah, so this whole program is to create a simulation of a community, um, because community is our natural structure for healing and catharsis.
This program of intentional practice, intentional group practice, this program of intentional group practice is intended to recover the foundations of real community, which scaffolds the cultural architecture required for belonging in place, meaning in life, emotional catharsis, deep connection,
Healing.
deep connection, healing, and inspiration.
Yeah. Uh, so what we're going to do is we're going to this container and community in general is triggering, and then the space is designed to um, to be able to deal with those triggers and collectively hold space, and for it to be resolved and very importantly witnessed by others, because the witnessing of the transformation, the witnessing of the healing amplifies its effect, uh, inspires uh, hope in others, and strengthens communal bonds.
It needs a little bit more clarity. So we're here uh, and so I'm just gonna have this. Okay, so we've
That is
talked about the
more.
problem, we're talking
There is
about
more. There is more.
the solution. The program of intentional group practice, this program of intentional group practice is intended to recover the foundations of real community, which scaffolds into the cultural architecture required for belonging in place, meaning in life, emotional catharsis, deep connection, healing, and inspiration. That sentence can be written better, but anyway. The aim is to consistently raise the baseline of group coherence by introducing um,
No.
um, what? The aim is to consistently raise the baseline of group coherence.
Yeah, it is.
The practices focus on relational dynamics. They allow groups to experience the supportive space holding required to reconcile conflicts, heal fractured relationships, strengthen community bonds, and repair, mend, and knit together the relational fabric underlying any group.
Yeah, it's basically it's a training zone. It's a practice space. It's where we simulate this experience for people to be able to learn how to do it, to improve in doing that, to adapt new skills, and to also at the same time be go through their own healing, accelerate their healing. It's just the thing is that the whole theory here is that healing is much more effective in community rather than one-on-one. That's the hypothesis that we're going to check. And then there is another part.
So, can we just focus on that part again? So, the training program allows groups to practice their skills and um,
And undergo personal healing.
practice new skills, forgotten,
Good.
but essential skills, and connect more deeply with the source of inspiration.
Yeah, that's good.
And something about participation, deep and presence. Yeah.
Did we mention vulnerability?
Not yet. So, the important thing about the meditation and contemplation thing is that it's about presence. It's about being deeply present. And
Yeah.
a lot of the practices are like quite activating, right? They can go into complexity, into material. And the importance of those more integration ones is that they bring us back to just being here and allowing the simplicity and the depth to presence itself. It's like they're not complicated, but that's the whole point. They don't need to be complicated. Yeah, so I'm still writing. Oh, participation. Training program allows community members to practice forgotten but essential life skills, accelerate personal healing work, connect more deeply with the source of inspiration, deepen their capacity for vulnerability with others, and participate more deeply, participate more fully in life itself. So that part, so the practices focus on relational dynamics. They allow groups to experience the supportive space holding required to reconcile conflicts, heal fractured relationships, strengthen community bonds, and repair, mend, and knit together the relational fabric underlying any group. This training program allows community members to practice forgotten but essential life skills, accelerate personal healing work, connect more deeply with the source of inspiration, deepen their capacity for vulnerability with others, and participate more fully in life itself.
Perfect. So now there is the
What
final
else?
part. The final part is co-creation. So
Yeah.
in the end, the whole purpose of us learning and restoring those skills and going through the healing, this is something that is very absent in all the healing world and all of that. Is that everybody focus? It's like just like the modern medicine. It focuses on illness. It focuses on sick people, but that's not the end of it, because once you are healthy, once you are well, what do you do then? You are here to create. You are here to co-create with others. And the whole purpose of overcoming your illness and your trauma is not just to remain like okay, now I'm healthy and I'm happy. No, it doesn't work like that. It opens you up to be able to participate in co-creation with others. That's the whole point. And if we don't do that, we just fall into illness again because we are not fulfilling our task. So all of this is to prepare people to co-create and bring the this collective this third thing that we were talking about is the
Yeah.
this is what it's for this whole coherence between the people will in the end we this is where we're aiming to produce uh um uh a creative collective through which real novelty comes into the world. This novelty will be meaningful to all the people participating, as well as adding to society. Contributing to society.
So first of all, this container results in unique opportunities for co-creation and supports individuals to be at their best for participation in the collective development of humanity. Is that okay, or is that the wrong thing to say? The group field of coherence results in synergies and creative opportunities, and no, sorry for and opportunities and repeatable moments of group flow through which real novelty can be and can be born into the world.
Yes, and those people will be able to take the essence of that experience and bring it and be able to bring it to their working relationships and teams in their own life. They will be able to introduce that into wherever they're doing once it's done.
So this container results in unique opportunities for co-creation and supports individuals to be at their best. So, no, supports um, optimization of individual development for participation, no, for the sake of,
Yeah, it's a creative. We aim to eventually put them in a state of creative flow with others.
yes.
That is not that is not held back by all the problems, the all that stuff that we want to that is about the healing, all that crap, all the darkness that stops the flow. We
Yeah.
want to deal with that, put them in a peaceful place, and then it doesn't end there. From there we create.
This container results in unique opportunities for co-creation and supports optimization of individual development for the sake of participation in the collective development of humanity. The group field of coherence results in an evolving but stable state of creative group flow, leading to breakthroughs, insights, synergies, and solutions through which
Yes,
real novelty can be born into the world.
exactly.
These novel shared creations tend to be deeply meaningful for all participants, uh, and and all and also contribute actively to society. What do we mean by that?
I mean that it brings
By
this is an
by
engine of
solving
novelty.
problems.
That's an engine of novelty. That's how it contributes to society. It contributes to society in every way, but also by empowering those individuals, but also to creating new solutions and innovation. expanding people's horizons about what is possible in terms of working with others. That's the whole point. Is those anything is only possible through teamwork. So if people have an experience of um, uh, of a collective flow state, a creative flow state with others, that expands their horizon in being able to see uh, that um, real progress and change is possible, and that it's possible through this aligning with the team, with the group, over a higher collective endeavor, collective mission, and that there is a greater whole that arises from that.
Okay, I'm starting to get tired. Is maybe I'll yeah.
There's only one more part that
Okay.
we didn't mention yet. So the last part is more more internal for us. It's not something that we're necessarily going to put out there to the clients. Uh, it's about the movement. So uh, this is a net through which we sift uh, people into an existing emerging movement.
I think that look, the people are going to be self-selected. It's ultimately not going to be up to us. The people are going to select themselves.
Of course, but we are creating the processing structure through which in
Yes.
the end the ones who emerge. It's not that
We're
we choose
creating the
them.
processing structure, but it's not us that's doing the processing. The structure is going to be processing them.
Yeah, this is why we're creating the structure. We're not personally processing. We are holding, yeah, we are in a way because we are architects of this, and we are setting up the parameters, and we ourselves are in the movement. So I would
Yes.
say that yes, it's just that it's not up to us to pick somebody. That's the only thing. We're not
Yes.
picking a
Yes.
specific person. The person steps forward and volunteers and wants to be part of it in the end. It's
Hmm.
that only that initially they don't know about it. It's not part of the deal. It's just by the end of it, there is an option for hopefully for some people to join because we are leading, we are creating a path
Yes. Yes.
for people to want to step into service, to be ready. It's an initiation, right? So some people naturally will not be able to go through the full initiation. Most of them probably will not be able to go through the full initiation, but somewhere some individuals will become initiated by this. And once they're initiated, there is a much bigger world waiting for them that is already in place in the form of the greater movement. Now, of course, me and you, we know that the movement doesn't belong to us. It's not ours. It's not our property. It's just something that we are part of. And we
Doesn't
want
belong to anyone.
it doesn't belong to anyone. It's a collective movement. It's a movement. It's a decentralized movement. We are just nodes. We are volunteering to be nodes in that movement. And with this whole thing that we're doing is to initiate other people to be also nodes in that movement.
Yep.
And that is the whole star seed galactic Galactic Empire thing, geomancy and light work and the whole thing, the whole thing.
But it's the thing is, I totally agree with you about like all of that content is bullshit. Like I want it to be simple and clean, and it's like yes, we can talk in those languages and talk with those people. We need to bring simplicity and clarity, and not the esoteric. I really feel strongly
Oh,
about that. It's
this is why I'm saying this is not included in the program at all.
totally
This is
this,
what
and this
this
is
is
like
what you are. This is the whole broader universe into which you have the choice to be initiated
yes,
because this
yes,
is
and
what
that
it is.
that's
There is no
Luan's
other.
field, right?
Yes,
That's Luan's department. It's
Anna's
like
and
he's
Anna's field,
bringing
Luan's field, and Anna's field, and yours
yeah,
and mine. This is we are at this point. We're all working in this field already.
yes. But it's the thing I'm saying is that like this is why I have such resistance to Luan's like content is because it's fucking impossible to understand. It creates obscurity. It is not clarity. It's creating confusion. But maybe for some people it does resonate with them. So that's why
It
it's
doesn't
important to be
resonate
able
with
to speak
almost
in.
anyone. But that's
Yeah.
that's the problem with Luan. Okay, that uh, I look at what he's doing, and I'm seeing that as architecture. I'm seeing that as blueprints. It's useless as educational material. It's useless. It's useless as a program to initiate people. It's not for that. It's simply blueprints. It's schematics. And he needs to understand that. He needs to understand that this is the whole point. He doesn't need to explain it to others. He himself only needs to understand it. And his team who's working with it on this needs to understand it. And nobody else. This is like the blueprints behind the iPhone, you know? As a client, I don't need to understand how the iPhone works. I just need it to work
Yeah.
well. So he
Yeah.
needs to stop, he really needs to stop trying uh, uh, to bring in people to his level, which is not going to happen ever. All he needs to do is to create structures and allow others like us who can kind of be the in between the middleman between his schematics and the turning them into what's the word, engineering. Okay, we are in the engineering part. He
Yeah.
isn't in the calculations, mathematics, schematics part. We are as engineers. We need to understand it to a sufficient degree so we can turn it into engineering.
Hmm.
Okay, and then comes the end users. Those are the people we're going to be dealing with now. They have nothing to do with the schematics, with the mathematics, with all of that, and they're only going to be using the products of our engineering. So there is a very clear hierarchy here of complexity.
Hmm.
Okay, so for the people who will be initiated by this to reach all the way to Luan, it's a long way. They will have to go through me, through you, eventually through people like Anna, and eventually maybe some of them will be able to reach to Luan. But there is no need. There's,
Yeah.
there's a clear striation, and he knows this. He understands that. He knows this is a hierarchical game. That there are levels and levels, just like Freemasonry. And it's
Um,
it's not about somebody being better than anybody. That's not the point. It's just
no,
levels
no.
of complexity.
Okay, is there anything else that we're missing here? Do you want me to like maybe I'll read out the whole thing and see
Yeah.
how it sounds?
Mhm.
So the vision, the problem. So there's an absence of spaces for people to practice, learn, and be guided in skills and experience of connecting deeply with self, other, tribe, nature, and the sacred. This creates a deep pain within people and within society, resulting in a loneliness epidemic and a lack of meaning, including breakdown of deep purpose, including um, breakdown and absence of deep purpose, coherence, and significance in people's lives. They don't matter to anything and nothing matters to them. People have few opportunities for shared experiences of inspiration, deep connection, and cathartic release of repressed material, and are disembodied and removed from their from the land and sorry and
Yeah, they're disembodied spirits, hungry ghosts.
yes. Yeah, so people have few opportunities for shared experiences of inspiration, deep connection, and cathartic release of repressed material, tending coming across as disembodied spirits and hungry ghosts, disconnected from the land and the shared context all around them. We can
Yeah,
reword that.
yeah, good.
There is also a breakdown of trust and fracturing in relationships, where people don't know how to relate with authenticity, maturity, vulnerability, intimacy, and honesty.
Yes.
People are isolated and atomized, cut off from opportunities for reciprocal service, trapped in a cyclical closed loop of self-management, self-concern, and self-destruction.
Yeah,
This cuts people off from experiences of deeper meaning and belonging, creating a sense of homelessness and lack of hope, which can be recovered through intentional practice and service in the community context.
beautiful.
The solution. This program of intentional group practices is intended to recover the foundations of real community, which scaffolds into the cultural architecture required for belonging in place, meaning in life, emotional catharsis, deep connection, healing, and inspiration, all of which are much more accessible in community. The aim is to consistently raise the baseline of group coherence, to establish a stable shared field of deep presence, with the effect of accelerating group development,
Mhm.
into accelerating um, accelerating. Uh, you can't accelerate development. That's
I
the
would say
thing.
maybe accelerate healing. I think. I think what gets accelerated the healing.
Accelerating.
Group development is a little bit not the right thing here,
Yeah.
I think.
Um, but it's not just about healing.
Yeah, that's what happens. It's people are on a healing journey and this is like a training zone for that. It can it can make it happen much faster. You are able to have in like really strong breakthroughs in this situation and to be able to handle them. Like that's the
Yeah.
thing
Yes.
to be
Yes.
able to
Yes.
integrate them as well. It increases people's resilience to be able to integrate more of the breakthroughs. Expands their um, the container. It expands the capacity basically. We are creating an expanded capacity for integration.
So, this program of intentional group practices is intended to recover the foundations of real community. It, sorry. Which scaffolds into the cultural architecture required for belonging in place, meaning in life, emotional catharsis, deep connection, healing, and inspiration, all of which are much more accessible in community. The aim is to consistently raise the baseline of group coherence to establish a stable, shared field of deep presence and connection to reality, connection to connection to life itself. um, connection to shared reality.
Maybe something about common sense.
The practices focus on relational dynamics, creating a training zone for accelerated healing, and the relearning of basic common sense.
Establishing common sense. Just establishing common sense. Yeah, good.
The practices focus on relational dynamics, creating a training zone for accelerated healing and establishing common sense.
I like it.
They allow groups to experience the supportive space holding required to reconcile conflicts, heal fractured relationships, strengthen community bonds, and repair, mend, and knit together the relational fabric underlying any group.
Yeah.
They this pro this this protocol expands resilience and capacity for integration of breakthroughs and ex and what?
But this protocol expands resilience and capacity for integration or breakthroughs. And
And supports the transference of
no,
uh,
expands resilience and a capacity for integration of breakthroughs. That's it. No, that's it. I don't know if there's need. Good.
what's the transfer of, yeah, so this protocol expands resilience and capacity for integration of breakthroughs of and supports the transfer of insight into living practice.
Good.
This training program allows community members to practice forgotten but essential life skills, accelerate personal healing work. I want to say accelerate and deepen personal healing work. No, hang on. I'm gonna get rid of that. Connect more. Connect more. No, I'm gonna change that as well. That's accelerate personal healing work. Connect more deeply with the source of inspiration. Um, um, strengthen their capacity for vulnerability with others. To develop the capacity for vulnerability with others and participate more fully in life itself.
Okay.
This container results in unique opportunities for co-creation and supports optimization of individual development for the sake of shared participation in the collective development of humanity. The co-created group field of coherence results in an evolving but stable state of creative group flow, leading to breakthroughs, insights, synergies, and solutions through which real novelty can be born into the world. These novel shared creations tend to be deeply meaningful for all participants and also contribute to society by expanding people's horizons, showing how to create creative flow states, and empowering individuals with a new cultural toolkit. Expanding people's horizons and empowering individuals with a new cultural toolkit. Participants have the opportunity to share the creative products of this work through their lives, within their lives. There is a ripple effect created where all of society benefits from the shared creative work. There's a ripple effect created where what?
What?
Like we're talking about a ripple effect created here.
Yeah.
What is that about?
I didn't mean it in I didn't mean the ripple effect here. I meant that it brings innovation to society. It
Mhm.
uh it renews society. It adds new ideas to society. When people are able to get into this brainstorming, co-creative flow, this channeling, this collective channeling, new things, novelty comes through them. And it's much more powerful as a group. It's not even possible as an individual. Even when an individual receives a channeling, he receives a message, he receives some inspiration, it still needs to be created by a group, by a team. There is still the need for others to participate in this productive creative flow. And it's so much more powerful when it's done not in a hierarchical, like I receive the message and then I move it to the others and they kind of understand it less, but they just produce it. It's like when we all channel it together, when each person has a little piece and we bring all our pieces together, something truly greater is achieved there. And that inseminates society with novelty, with new solutions, and also shows people that such a process actually exists, that you can do this, that it's possible, that and then they go to work and they say, "Wow, what if I could encourage the people here to try something like that as well? How much it will uh, move things forward and solve our problems." What if somebody from a big corporation, some CEO, comes to our retreat and for the first time ever experiences such a productive flow, and now is like, how can I go back to the way I was doing things before? We have to change things. This because this is much more efficient. Now he will have an experience of not treating people instrumentally, in seeing how valuable everybody's contribution is, and that it's more effective than working in a hierarchical uh, and the kind of separated system. But yeah, that's just what I meant.
Sorry, I do appreciate everything that you say. I just multitask as well as listen.
No, it's okay.
Um,
We already wrote enough anyway.
okay, that's fine. What I want is this one. We didn't mention internal family systems.
Because I
It's
don't
like
know what
path
it is.
work. Yeah, it's like talking for therapy. It's like one-on-one therapy sessions essentially.
Hmm.
Um, we also didn't name constants. We're gonna change the world with this shit.
Yeah, we are. I would add in the end, in the last section, that we are basically recruiting. We're using this simultaneously as a recruiting platform for into to our militia.
This is not this is the part that Ben will have difficulty with.
Which part?
This is the part the
The militia?
the part of you which is a militia, the part of you which is a troublemaker and a
Me?
provocateur.
I'm
Yeah.
not. I'm not at all. I'm just a basic sense of humor.
Well, me too. I mean, honestly, I
Yeah,
think
if
you can
somebody doesn't have sense of humor, yeah, we'll have a problem for sure. Yeah, that would
yeah,
be an
me
issue.
too. Um You know, what's a practice called of like primal work, primal scream. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, that's
Um,
really that's really good stuff.
you know those practices like I've done this with my friend George before where like we did like little men's work groups and it's like roughhousing essentially like wrestling like like this you know basic you know it's like embodied conflict like arm
Yeah,
wrestling but with the whole body you know it's like
I also like with the pillows,
combat yeah
like with the pillows in Osho meditation.
yeah so like how do you call that um
Um, I don't know.
I'll just call it full body wrestling yeah I can get their self-inquiry practice from Summer. I think that's an interesting one. It's like this is like structured writing, like to get people to reflect within themselves, go within. It's an interesting one sometimes. Maybe you don't like it, that's okay too. Um, oh yeah, lineage practices. That's an important one.
I don't know what it is. What is it?
Getting people to work like it's like seven generations. Um, thinking seven generationally. It's like this is like imagining what your ancestors three generations ago would have wanted for you, what they thought was most important and what they would want you to know about their lives.
Ah,
And then
that's nice.
imagining in three generations' time, like what's most important to you and what would you want your descendants to know about you and what was most important? What
Yeah,
would you want them to
that's super
understand?
creative. That's really fun and creative. We can make it more fun even. We can make it with the art, with painting, with creative writing. It could be very interesting. We can even play that out as a drama. That would be really cool, you know? We could try let people embody their ancestors and play a ancestral game together. Could be really fun.
Um,
Oh, there is one thing I forgot um, about everything, about the whole thing.
okay.
It's that I want this to be a fun game. I want this to be enjoyable. I want this to be fun. Of course, when you are dealing with shadow and everything could be painful, but in general, I want this to be light. I want this to be not to be heavy. I don't want this to be a
This is
heavy
so
thing.
fucking fantastic. This is like taking the best of what humanity is about and then just doing more of that.
Yeah,
It's
I think
like,
I think we
oh,
need to we
so
need to
awesome.
constantly focus on keeping things enjoyable, keeping things
Yes,
fun, keeping
yes,
playful.
yes. And there's a balance there between like play leads to like meaninglessness, like absurdity, and meaning can lead to seriousness. So there's a balance of like lightheartedness and also meaningful depth. It's
Yeah,
both.
I
It's like
think I think
serious play.
I think that play also can be meaningful. It's a beautiful balance between drama and humor, you know?
Yes.
I think that the best comedy is it comes from playing drama, but you play it in such a way that it's comedic, but it's still dramatic as well. It's the best comedy is like that. When you say something really deep and really dramatic, and you embody something tragic even, but you can make it self-aware and humorous. That's the funniest thing ever. It evokes so much. There's so much flavor there.
Yes. Okay, I feel like this is good.
Yeah, me too.
Um, so um,
Where's the part about gun training?
gun training. Yeah, well, we need there is stuff. I do have stuff about look over here. This is my other list. The stuff here, which is like stuff for camping skills, like prepstorizing, like talking about like where do we, what's our water source? Where are we getting food from at the moment? What's our source of shelter? Do you know basic stuff about
Yeah.
medicine?
That would be good.
Hiking work,
This is
like
going to come when we have the land. When we have
yeah,
the land.
well, yes, yes, and I have people as well who are good at that sort of thing. There are other people that are training in it that we can just bring in at the right time.
Yeah. It would be so cool if we find when we find communities with like eco communities,
Hmm.
and we can combine it with their existing ecological practices.
Yes, yes,
So
yes.
we can practice,
Beautiful.
we can do a bunch of those this stuff out in nature.
Yes, yes.
That
Did you
would
hear
be
of
amazing.
orienteering? Did you hear of orienteering? Look that up. It's like treasure hunting. It's like going into the wilderness and going to checkpoints and like racing against other teams to get to all the checkpoints in time. It's like really, really fun.
Nice.
It's like I don't know, it's like I used to do capture the flag on my for my birthday party. We used to go out into like the forest. You would
Yeah.
actually love this. I mean, it's so easy to break an ankle, but we would do yeah, capture the flag and get these like teamwork games going. That's so fuck, I can't believe how much we've like wasted our lives of like everything that we had in school of like this is just like the stuff that we were doing when we were kids that we've all forgotten that is like the most fun part of it being human. It's
Yeah.
like, and now we can brand this as like, oh, this is how to save the world. It's like so basic, you know? It's so
It's
amusing to
very
me.
basic. It's very basic. Just everybody, why are they not doing this? Because everybody wants to be important. Everybody wants to be
Yeah.
respected. Everybody wants to be the big guy. So you can't really you're not allowing you're taking that role of the teacher from school that wants everybody to be quiet and listen to me because I have so much wisdom to share with you, and my program is important, and I'm gonna and if anybody interferes, this is all just our what we're carrying, this is not
Yes.
the real stuff is supposed to be fun.
Hmm. So, are you able to edit this in the way that you want now, or do you want more time to do that? Because I want to send it around to a few people. I wanted to.
Today, I will do it today.
Okay, cool.
Not now, today, yeah. But
Yep.
I want to send you the recording.
Yep.
And if whenever you can, if you can make it into a transcript. And that one, what I'm going to do is I'm going to feed that transcript
Yep.
into
I'll show
AI
you.
and to get as broad of a context as possible.
Okay, I'm sending you
I'm
the
going to do pause,
transcript tool.
doing pause.